Hi, welcome to Balance Your Life. I'm Debbie Peterson, founder of the Wellness Gala. About 16 years ago, I was introduced to holistic modalities, which were desperately needed in my family at the time. The results changed my life. My mission then became to educate the public about these holistic modalities and how they can work in conjunction with traditional medicine. I started Wellness Gala events nationally because I really wanted to share what I had learned with as many people as possible. When the pandemic hit, stress and anxiety had never been higher. We could no longer have our events to spread the word about these options at a time when people really needed them the most. So my team and I developed a TV show. Each week, we'll be bringing you experts in the fields of holistic modalities, integrative medicine, healthy food, beauty, and wellness. So join me, along with my team, Barb and Deana, and celebrity guest host Concetta Bertoldi, a New York Times bestselling author and renowned medium. Hi, today we're going to talk to Laurie Wheeler, who is a transformational holistic practitioner. So Laurie, thanks for being here with us today.
Hi, Laurie.
Hi, Barb. Hi, Deb. Thank you for having me. It is such a pleasure to be here and share what I know with everyone.
We can't wait to hear about everything you do because I know you do so many different modalities, more than most, I would say. And we'd love to talk a little bit or touch upon all of them or the ones that you feel are the most important, wherever you want to start.
I began when I was 5 and I channeled, and channeling is like a mediumship for communication, which is what I call across the veil, or what people call beyond our physical reality. And so I would hear voices that would come and speak to me. And so that's where it began, although I didn't know what it was. And then I began to wake up in my 30s. I built a house with my family, and it was actually in New York State on what we call native burial ground. And so there were a lot of spirits that actually existed there. And this may sound kind of odd, but one day I had a feeling to walk back toward this big old tree that was on the property. And I leaned up against it, and I immediately felt I was in another time watching something that was going on. And there was a small war party that had killed many of other Native people on that land. And that was my introduction, sort of like walking into school that you are not familiar with at all. And it began to wake me up to my abilities. So I am, like you said, a transformational holistic practitioner, but I am also a communicator, receptor, and translator of energy. And so we know everything is energy. And so my abilities that I've come to learn that I have, and I'm certain many people have these abilities, but some do not use them or they're not aware of them. I can read what information comes from many energies. So I can put my hands on something, I can read the body, I can hear communication coming from other places. And my job is to translate that into English so other people can hear what is being said.
Wow. Right, that's important.
Yeah, because we're in a time right now where what I call the floodgates are open for change and opportunity for us to what I call up-level ourselves, changing our vibration, adjusting ourselves, clearing the old limitations and the stories that we carry maybe from other times into this time. Maybe we've had a difficult lifetime in this lifetime. So the opportunity is now, right now. And so what I do is help people transform their limitations. And the other part of it is when we talk about we live in a free country or we want to feel free. Well, what does freedom really look like? It is about clearing limitations and experiencing the best and the magnificent part of who we truly are.
And I just want to say, just a little side story here. Laurie's in Colorado. This is coming to you from Colorado. And I somehow got on Laurie's email list. She owns Wellness Within. And I started reading her monthly, what are they called? Insights. And I have no idea how I got her on her list. She has no idea how I got on her list, but it was just perfect for us to connect. And I really enjoyed those. Yeah.
Was not an accident.
It was not an accident.
Meant to
Totally
be.
meant to be. So I love hearing about all these things.
It's amazing when we have happenings like that. We don't really realize that somewhere within ourselves, we may, deeply in our subconscious, we may be desiring or asking for something. And then lo and behold, something happens and we say, wow, look at that. How did that happen? But that's because energy is magnetic. Okay. And so it attracts, we talk about the laws of attraction. This is a real thing. And quantum science actually validates this now, that there is such a thing. So like this, and this is a simplistic form of this. If you have two balls in your hand, okay, and you throw them simultaneous, the one that has more of your energy in it, the one that you're thinking of more, will manifest and create more reality than the other one. So they're both happening simultaneous, but you're going to understand and feel and be with the ball that has more energy that you've put into it. So like when we're thinking about something, but again, not realizing it, it's still going out into the universe. It's going out amongst all the other energy and finding that which matches or brings it close enough. And then it comes to us and we say, how did that happen?
Wow. Exactly. Yeah. And that's why you got to watch your thoughts and your words. That's and right. Put out exactly, try to be specific so you get that attraction coming back.
I work in homeopathy. I've been a practitioner for over 25 years, and this is a mind and body medicine, which literally clears so much out of a person. And I can just give you a really quick skinny of what happened. Like yesterday, I was in the garage, my husband was working, and I banged my ankle and punctured my ankle on a drill bit. Okay, very sharp, pointy drill bit. It just punctured right in, and it bled and bled, and it wouldn't stop. And I hobbled to my office and I grabbed a homeopathic remedy. And rather than put it in my mouth, I just put it right next to where the wound was. Literally within 30 seconds, it stopped bleeding and it never swelled and never had pain after. That's energy matching energy.
Wow, that is amazing.
It is amazing, but it's energy,
Yes.
Right. This is the deal. There's no substance, but it is like Einstein says, energy, the new medicine of tomorrow is really going to be all about energy, because that's what we're made up of and everything else around us in the universe. So, and then I work in something called chemotherapy, which is a form of homeopathy, but it is for cell regeneration. Like when cells are starting to form the wrong way or not healthy, we want to clear those from our system, and we want to create new cells to form better, to be healthy, functional, as best as they can be. And so it's like a detox. So it's very low dosing. So I've worked with many people with many different illnesses, cancer being one of them, all different stages, 4th and 5th stage of cancer, metastasis, oh my goodness, all kinds of things, neurological, actually addiction. I had a client a few years ago who was addicted to methadone, and I worked with him to get him off of the methadone treatment because you can just keep falling back into that loop. I actually opened up a clinic when I lived in Maine some years ago for veterans, because I wanted to offer something for the PTSD, because at that time we weren't, I don't think, giving them the best opportunities with some of the chemical medicines. It wasn't getting them out of the woods. And I know what homeopathy can do. It can change PTSD greatly.
So I know you do have a podcast and you do retreats.
Yes, I'm on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube at Laurie D. Wheeler, Wellness Within. And I do a monthly insight, and I also bring a lot of information, health situations and help for that. And I also have a podcast that I bring other healthful information. We're coming up into the fall, so how to help ourselves that way and such like that. Yeah.
Can people find your retreats on your website as well?
Yes, at wellnesswithin.net. And next year I'm looking to go to Egypt for a retreat.
Oh,
Wow.
let's
go.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Very, very exciting.
So where can people find out about you and everything you do?
Wellnesswithin.net is my website.
Laurie, thank you for being with us. This has been great.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm going to get on your website and take a look at all that you offer, and you'll be hearing from me.
Thank you so much. It's been truly a pleasure. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. And we'll be right back. Hi, everyone. We're here with Barb. And Barb, what are you making for us today?
So today I have a recipe for a vegan chili.
Excellent.
It is absolutely delicious, and it is so unbelievably healthy. You could probably survive off of this and eat nothing else. So the ingredients for this vegan chili are 1 yellow pepper, 1 green pepper, a red pepper, I like a lot of garlic, so I'd say 5 cloves of garlic, 2 sweet potatoes, an onion, and a jalapeno if you like it. So you basically just want to cut all of this up, chop it all up, and saute it for about 10-15 minutes in your pot. And then you're going to add some vegetable broth, a can of chopped tomatoes, a can of black beans rinsed, and the spices as follows. You're going to want 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of turmeric. That also makes it super, super healthy.
Absolutely.
1 teaspoon of salt. And then you can always adjust this to taste. You want to put some basil in it. I have fresh basil here, or you can just use a teaspoon of dried basil and a bay leaf. Put that all together, and you only need to cook this for half hour, 45 minutes. It doesn't have to, regular chili takes hours to cook. This is pretty quick and simple.
Okay.
You want to serve it with some delicious hearty bread. And then for the top, cilantro. Do you like cilantro?
I do. I love it.
Okay, because Deb's going to be our guinea pig today. Cilantro and some spring onion. You can put some sour cream on here if you'd like, but then of course it's not vegan. So that's it. Very simple.
All right, I'm
Taste
going
it
to
and tell
try
me what
it.
you say.
It looks so healthy.
Isn't
Really
that delicious?
good. It's very good.
I also like to put a little Worcestershire in and some Chipotle Tabasco.
Oh, wow.
I
That'll make
like
it a little more
bit-
spicy?
Make it a little more spicy.
Fantastic. Well, thanks, Barb.
You're welcome. Hope you enjoy.
The Wellness Gala presents Be Limitless with quantum futurist Mas Sajadi. Through meditation and XI techniques, Mas will guide you on how to become limitless. Join us via Zoom on Thursday, December 1st from 7 to 9 p.m. To register, visit massajadi.com and use the code WG10 to receive a 10% discount for this special event.
You hear and read a lot about the road to motherhood, but in my experience, fertility and postpartum anxiety are glossed over by many experts. I'm Dr. Christine Dollahan. I'm an intuitive energy healer, a trained postpartum doula with a PhD in transpersonal psychology. If you're looking for support before, during, or after pregnancy, please contact me. I'd love to help you create a life with your child full of confidence and purpose.
We're here today with Dr. Jersey Wulster, who's a certified life coach and a chiropractic physician with nearly 40 years of experience. So Jersey, thank you for being here with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and we're going to dive right in because I know you are the founder of Original Decision Coaching. And that just means so much more because I know you really have a huge toolbox of expertise that you put to use. So tell us what you do.
I've been a life coach for nearly 40 years and a chiropractic physician as well. I find they are a perfect combination because one to the body is what coaching is to the mind. And I'm able to use all of the tools that I have when I'm working with patients and people and clients to be able to get them to where they want to get to. Coaching is about getting people, removing the blocks in their lives and getting them to where they want to be, changing lives. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. And it sounds so simple, but I know it's not. And I personally have to say that I have experienced Jersey's work probably about 15 years ago now. And it really, on a personal level, changed my life, really. So I am eternally grateful to her, and I think she's wonderful. So
thank you.
That's
great.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's part of me. It's in my DNA. It's what I do.
Yes.
It actually, it's who I am. Asking the question. A lot of coaching model is about asking the question with a belief system that inside each person, each client, lies their answers. Can we find it? Can we remove the blocks, whether it's nutritional or homeopathic, or asking questions of what's in their way, and then we can get them where they want once they know and what we clear. So it's amazing.
So for those who don't know what a life coach is or when they would go to a life coach,
right.
Can you talk a little bit about that? Where is it in someone's life when they usually make that change?
Like going to a practitioner or a therapist, which is very different than coaching. Therapy often works with yesteryear, and coaching works with tomorrow.
I love it.
Okay.
Very, very different. They cross the borders a little bit for sure, because people have a history. But so coaching is really about designing where they want to get. I've always said in years from my practice, the journey of the soul is inevitable. The path we take is optional.
I love that.
Are we aware enough to know what we want and how to get there? And so coaching at many, many levels covers the bases. So someone may tell me they want to get somewhere, but what's in the way? And what I see mostly with patients, even myself included, we often have limiting beliefs or core beliefs or limiting ideas that stop us, and we don't even know they're there. Lots of times we're working with ideas and belief systems and structures that were inserted or installed as young children as pro-survival mechanisms.
Right.
And we don't even know they're in the way. So part of it is discovering what our core beliefs are, or limits of thinking. So that's a piece of it.
And
But
it makes the experience on the path better.
sure, sometimes people know, but yes, absolutely. But people don't always know where they want to go, but because they don't know what's in the way.
Yes.
Right.
if
So
someone-
first you help them figure out what's in the way?
First, I figure out where you want to go.
Okay.
It's like you would not build a house without a blueprint.
Okay.
So a lot of people
right.
walk in. So the kind of person that walks in, lots of times people come to coaching when they want to make a change or a transition. Lots of times people come when they're stuck or not in the place they want to be in life. They don't know where they want to be, but they know they're not happy. Whether it is their job or their career, there's career coaches, there's relationship coaches, etc. I have an eclectic blend, and really the probably isn't an area I haven't coached in or trained in, but that's my passion. I've also spent years in corporations.
Yes.
Working with C-suite individuals for team building and leadership. So it depends on, people are people. We all put on our pants the same way. So I don't think someone who's a CEO or someone who is have a different kind of job have different needs. The needs are just directed differently at a different time in their life, education-based, experience-based. But I think we're still the same.
Do your clients come to you and work with you as ongoing? Like if they came to you and they wanted to achieve something, do they then stay with you because you're changing the experience of their process?
Some do, some don't. I've had people walk in and say, I just want to get to this. Okay, I'll help you to get there. But what happens if coaches are doing our jobs and doing it well, it's so life-changing that oftentimes people will come back, but lots of times it'll be a maintenance coaching schedule once a month or every other month, or what we call a tune-up. But in the initial, usually coaches will start with a 10 to 20 block session, depending on the individual, and go, okay, this is what we're going to accomplish, and go from there. And it's very different. I individualize for each patient, each client. Patients are different.
Well, that's what's great.
Each client, because there is no one size fits all. I don't believe so. At least it wasn't for me, so I don't think there is for my own clients. So.
And what's the most important thing you think that you bring to the table when you're a coach?
My goal always is to have them remember their true nature. Who are you at a being level?
Love that.
Okay. Yes.
Remember, that the old saying, be, do, have. We have to be a certain way, do a certain action to have a certain result. And lots of times when we're coaching people, they struggle with the be portion. We all know how to clean a house. We all know how to do our jobs. We all know how to go to the office. But how do we be? I've had individuals come that wanted to just be promoted, for instance. I had a couple clients that did that. And they had all the right pedigree. They had all the right paperwork. They had all their certifications. But they had a problem with, how do I be that way? How do I be the chief operating officer? How do I be the chief of police, etc.? So part of it is changing what's your belief system. What's in the way?
Would you say that is the most important part of what you do?
Yes. listening to an individual, really hearing them. We would call it third level listening, which you might say something, but we know what you mean. The other thing is, of course, asking the right questions, but being present in the room. I think today what I'm seeing, the world's gone a little bit crazy right now, and people are so busy running their minds. I don't know that people are presently conscious in the room. And I don't care what field you're in. I don't care what you like to do. People need to show up. People are fighting about things that don't really matter.
You wrote this book, Betrayed, which I read in a day, I think, because I couldn't put it down. It was so amazing. So what prompted you to write this book?
Well, for me, at a passionate level, I treat people, lots of folks come in because they're in pain. And to me personally, one of the greatest pains of humanity is betrayal. As I've said before, if someone steals something from you, you've been robbed. But if it's a relative or someone you love that takes it, you've been robbed and betrayed.
So deep.
It's so true.
So true, yeah.
So deep. So the book is about betrayal, but ultimately the book really is about betrayal of yourself. This is about my marriage, and my ex-husband was living a double life, the ultimate betrayal, I think. Wow. And so it took, I consider this to be downloaded wisdom, so to speak, and a lot of experience in there. And part of it was, how do you overcome it in any type of betrayal? You know, your boss steals your idea, or your spouse cheats on you, or your cousin steals your car, whatever, the millions of things. Humans are humans. We're a little crazy sometimes. And so for me, when I wrote the book, my daughter came to me and said, I would like to write in the book. I said, why would you want to do that? She said, because Mom, betrayal, Dad didn't just cheat on you, he cheated on our family.
Wow.
So I think the best chapter is the one my children wrote.
Wow.
But,
The whole thing's amazing. But yes, it is a very good chapter.
Thanks. But so that's why I wrote it in, because when I really summed up the level of coaching that I was doing for all these decades, so many people came in hurt and either did not have the skill set to get over it, or did not have the lessons, or did not eventually develop compassion, etc. And there's so many factors in getting over pain, and pain is a personal process. Pain, as a chiropractic doctor, as a coach, it's a personal process. The same thing can happen to three people, and there'll be three different responses. So the book is just it's a pathway to overcome betrayal.
Wonderful.
At any level.
Well, thank you for writing it. And let everybody know how they can find out more about your coaching and your books and everything you do, really.
The book is found on Amazon, Betrayed under Jersey Wulster. And then my office is Jersey Wellness Center in Denville. And the coaching website is Original Decision Coaching, because I really do think that in life our decisions drive us, and many of them are unconscious and survival based. So if we can just notify or find where we made them, we can change them.
Wonderful.
Correct.
Well, thank you so much for being here
thank
with
you
us.
for having
Yeah,
us.
always a pleasure. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back.
It's time to unwind at Harmony Within Massage Therapy, located in Westwood, New Jersey. Relieve your headaches, stress, and pain with one of our many massage, skincare, and acupuncture services. Our professional staff are committed to improving your wellness in a calming atmosphere. Treat yourself to a customized session today at Harmony Within Massage Therapy. And use promo code WELLNESS for 15% off your next visit.
Do you suffer from headaches, stiff, sore joints, digestive disorders, recurring infections, emotional stress, or sleepless nights? Try Enzyme Nutrition. It's scientific, personalized, and has no side effects. Visit Susan Richter, RN, at nextlevelhealing.com. Read her reviews or reach out directly at 973-586-0626 to learn more.
Welcome back to another segment of Chatting with Concetta. Today, Concetta is going to talk to us about our responsibilities once we move on to the afterlife. So thanks for being here, as always.
My pleasure, sweetheart.
Yeah.
You know, once we get back to the other side, it's almost like getting out of college.
Okay.
And most of us who are aware of the energy form that we go to once we leave this body, it's so easy to understand. Because when we're here, it's easier to learn in the flesh. That's why we come here in the first place.
Okay.
But anyway, once we pass away, we are out of this Tupperware container, and we are now in energy form, and we do go back to where we really live and where we really came from. And the lessons continue. It's a continuous thing for the spirit to constantly be growing. We're always learning, we're always growing. And when we do go back to the other side, as we've discussed before in segments, there's a fast forward. So we get to see what it was we did and we accomplished, what we changed, what we learned, and the domino effect it had on us and those that we encountered in the lifetime we just spent in the flesh.
So that's our review first.
That's our review first. And then from the review, we learn from what happened in that lifetime.
Okay.
And there are many spirit masters and many guides on the other side who are there to greet us, help us, take us to the next level.
Okay. So how do we choose the next level? Or
we choose with the help of these highly evolved spirits. They're like hierarchy angels, if you will.
All right.
And they are, if you think of it in terms of what we know on Earth, try to imagine there's teachers, there's professors. They are the ones who are there to help us, to make us come to terms with whatever it was we did go through and what we did learn.
Okay.
And also the difference we made in every other person we came in contact with. So in that process, we might decide to, if we're on the other side and some of the folks we left on this side, we might decide to try to further help them from the spirit side.
Oh, okay.
Of helping the folks we left behind and guide them and put things in front of them to help them to learn their lessons to a higher level.
Oh, nice.
It's not just all about us.
No,
it's all about all of us together as one. And I believe that it just keeps doing it over and over and over again. Because the people we love and we lose are there waiting for us.
Right.
But once they're there, they can help us on this side.
Which is
so
great.
they too become teachers for us and guides to us.
Okay.
They might put things in front of us to wake us up to see something we don't easily see for ourselves.
Okay.
We're constantly given choices and chances to get a lesson.
Right. And let me ask you, let's see, how is it when you choose what you're going to do on the other side? Are there certain jobs, like, I don't know, do some people help with business, say? Do some people help with children?
Absolutely.
Is it, okay, categories?
Without question.
Oh, okay.
Thinking also in terms of how and what's going on Earth right now.
Okay.
You know, we're talking about a huge spectrum. I mean, somebody might be, like, we work with different things. There might be somebody who works with children who have special needs.
Okay.
There might be people who are working with people who are in depression or mental illness. And we also might be working with somebody who's very, very selfish and greedy. We might be working from the other side.
Right,
helping someone on this side to get this, to understand the mistakes that they are making, what they could do differently, what they could see that they can't see that's causing them to be in a situation they might be in.
Okay.
It's like having a great therapist.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
but
that's...
many of them, because we're never alone.
Right.
We have so much help. And when we're on Earth, we think in terms of us not being alone because we have family, friends, spouses, teachers, whatever, co-workers, whatever it is. But the truth is we have so many more. We have legions of souls that are trying to help us.
That's amazing. And help everyone.
And help
and
every
the planet.
one of us.
And,
No one's alone. No one's left out.
That's wonderful.
We're all here for the same reasons.
Thank you for giving us this wonderful insight, as always. And we'll see you next time when we chat with Concetta.
Body, mind, spirit. Full Spectrum International is here to help you feel relaxed and renew your presence. With everything in the world, you need a break. Call and book an appointment now. Full Spectrum International, raising positive vibrations.
The Eclectic Boutique in downtown Montclair has handmade items locally sourced from area artists and entrepreneurs. It's the perfect place to shop for unique gifts such as one-of-a-kind jewelry, clothing, crystals, and organic skin and food products, plus much, much more. This charming store has something special for everyone, so stop in today or visit our website to see our merchandise and learn about classes and event offerings.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. See you next week on Balance Your Life.